Under the lights here at Farmingdale, Maine, Halldale High School for the Class C South Boys quarterfinal action. In boys soccer this year, the Halldale Bulldogs, they're the number 3 seed in Class C South. They're taking on the number 6 seeded Winthrop Ramblers. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rob Kennedy. Mark Tinkham's going to be along for at least a little bit tonight, fresh off his victory last night for the Halldale girls team. We'll talk more about that one later, I'm sure, during the course of this broadcast. But 3-6 matchup here tonight. And you mentioned this to me on the girls' side, too, beforehand, that you play a team for a third time. Weird things can sometimes happen. Halldale's knocked off Winthrop twice. They're the favorite in this game, no doubt. But third time, I would expect a battle from this Ramblers team. I
think Winthrop certainly well coached. The first time they played here, it was a close game.
Yes.
I think it was a 1-goal differential. And then certainly Halldale has improved throughout the season. They went to Winthrop and really put it to them. But it's playoffs. Anything can happen, as we've seen. You know, I think, number 1 Oceanside on the girls' side knocked off already. Certainly hoping that the Bulldogs can pull this one through.
Bulldogs last won a quarterfinal game in 2019. They defeated Oak Hill High School right here 3-0. And they're on a pretty good run. They've won 6 out of the last 7 games, including a victory over Winthrop. That was the last game of the season last Monday night. The only losses for Halldale this season, Mount Abram twice and a loss to Monmouth Academy. Combine those two teams' records, you're looking at 26-1-1 on the season. So not too shabby for Halldale to have those 3 losses against those two sides.
As I think Coach Rowe, his coaching staff, the players, it was fortuitous that they had Mount Abram early in the season. I think that was a gut check for them. No disrespect to them or anything, but I think they went into that game thinking that, hey, you know, we're top dog, and they got a punch to the stomach, a punch in the face, whatever you want to call it, and they've regrouped, and they've regrouped in a very nice way.
Winthrop's a very young team this season, just 3 seniors on the team, a ton of freshmen and sophomores, but bumped up to number 6 in the rankings overall in the year. They played a very spirited postseason game last year against Oak Hill, a 4-3 match from the 8-9 game, and they've kind of rebounded a bit too. Winthrop had a 6-game slide in the middle of the season, but they've won 2 out of their last 4, a 2-1 overtime thriller over Mountain Valley, and they shut out their neighbor Maranacook 1-0 as well before the Halldale loss. So starting to round into form, I guess, at the right time for the Ramblers.
So be curious to see what adjustments Coach makes against Halldale. Formation, is he going to drop back, and just knowing the power that Halldale brings, is he going to park the bus?
So to speak.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't even mean that. I appreciate that. Dad joke already. So we'll see what those Ramblers do. It'll be curious to see what strategy they employ to come out against this Halldale team.
I was thinking perhaps they would be cautious to start off. That's why it's important if Halldale can kind of get an early goal to get them to come out of that, because you're chasing the game. You can't park that proverbial bus back there. You have to go find a way to equalize. Kind of saw that last night, in fact, with Monmouth Academy. The 2 early goals that you scored, I think, changed what they wanted to do a little bit and forced them to come out and attack a little more than perhaps they wanted to. They did get that 1 goal back in a 2-1 Halldale victory, but those 2 early goals really set the tone for the game, and I think Halldale needs the early one here tonight, despite being big favorites.
Yeah, I think whenever you are home and if you get that early goal, you get that fan group and they're cheering, and it just provides a lot of energy for you. So I know that Coach Rowe is urging them to come out, go on the attack, make sure you get that first goal, set the tempo.
First playoff game under the lights here as well. Good crowd. I think that's one of the reasons why the lights will be such a benefit to the community here, is that a night game on a weeknight or a Friday night is going to draw crowds here and bring the community out, and we do have a good crowd here tonight of both students and community. Always great to see that. And we take a shot of them right now as the stands are filling up a little bit here at Halldale High School. You can see the crowd right now. Nice warm night, relatively speaking, for late October. No rain at all today, a little overnight last night. Field should be in decent shape. A little slipping around last night a bit, but one more day of dry weather should be a little bit better than it was 24 hours ago.
I wouldn't guarantee that there isn't going to be any slick spots. Having just come off of a practice on the other field, we had a couple of our girls taking diggers in the mud, so there will be a few soft spots, but certainly better than last night.
Ben Nathan is the goalkeeper for the Halldale Bulldogs. They're wearing black here at home, as they usually do, and they'll defend the goal to our right and attack from right to left. Jackson August is a junior. Here's the Winthrop goalkeeper. He'll be down to a goal to our left, and the Ramblers, wearing the whites here in Farmingdale, they'll attack from left to right. Being called back over to the sideline, are they? Hey, give these guys some balls, give them warmed up, please. They're waiting on the third official. That's what we're doing here. So let's talk about last night's game, then. We have some time to kill.
Sure.
2-1 last night, again playing Monmouth for the third time, and a couple of very spirited games in the regular season, and you wouldn't expect anything different in a playoff game. Love the way that game was played last night. As a broadcaster, it was a lot of fun to call because they're two very good teams. Let's talk about the officiating in that game first, because we were talking about it off the air. I liked the way that game was called last night. I said when I left to the crew up here that I felt it was a very well-called game because they let the players play, call what needed to be called, but let some of the stuff that you can see called sometimes, especially in high school girls games, they let that go and let the players dictate the play.
Yeah, and honestly, that officiating crew of Lunt and Turtelot and Netto, it's three very good officials. So automatically when you see them walk on the field, you don't have any concerns about which way the game is going to be officiated. But I agree with you. The game was certainly physical.
Yep.
They called the plays that need to be called, but as you said, there was a lot of times where it was body to body, and ultimately the girls played. And it was a fun game to coach, and certainly my butterflies were going. First game of the season, we opened with Monmouth, went into double overtime. We played them here about a week ago, and walked away 4-0 on that one. But Monmouth is well coached. I've coached a number of those girls in travel, and when you play rivalry and you play them 3 times, it's a dangerous game of roulette.
Now you scored the first 2 goals. What goes through your head when they score that one that brought them back to 2-1 with still plenty of time left? I forget which player made the quote in the paper about, you started thinking about that jinx, that curse of a long time without a first-round win for the Bulldogs. What are you thinking on the sidelines at that point when that goal goes in?
I was thinking, all right, how are we going to get another? And certainly we had some great opportunities. I think there was one that was open net. We went wide. There was another one that hit off the bar. We had 2 others that just fantastic saves by the defense. We were knocking on the door. But, in the second half, as I said, we bent, but we didn't break. We gave them space. We took the space away. We would knock it back down in the other end. But, it always in the back of my mind, it's like, oh, crap, if they get another one, it's going to just, that momentum shift will certainly swing. And
mentally, too. I mean, I heard players talking about this the last time, and I heard different reports as far as when the last playoff victory was in the quarterfinals. Suffice it to say, it was a long time ago if we couldn't settle on the exact year.
2013.
13 was the last one. Okay, so it was a while. It wasn't as long as some had thought. So, but 2013 was the last time. You said that second one sinks in. The players were aware of that, and that's the mental game becomes so important. When they were able to prevent that second goal, you ran a master class of keep away in the last 15 minutes. I know the Monmouth fans weren't thrilled about that, but you take the time off the clock and keep them 100 yards away from the Halldale goal, you win yourself a trip to Yarmouth.
Absolutely, and I think that shows how much I respected Monmouth. We're looking to take the air out of the ball. It's similar in basketball. Oh, we're going to pull it out. We're going to play pass around. So there are certainly other sports. You ice it in hockey, and soccer is similar. You just don't want it so that it's out in the middle and, oops, a defender slips or something. So therefore, we did what we could to keep it down in their end and look to come away with that victory.
Mentioned practice today. You're thinking ahead now. You can finally start thinking about North Yarmouth Academy. So what's the challenge the Panthers bring? What kind of team are they?
NYA has a tremendous coach. I think they're one of the best coach teams in the state. When you look at them, Class D for a number of years, consecutive champions. They jumped to Class C this year. They tie Yarmouth. They beat Greeley. They, all these Class B schools, they are either beating or tying, certainly one of the better teams. I think the differences between this year's team and last year's team, and they were spectacular, is that they lost some seniors, and one of the best players in the state. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the name. Super basketball player too, Angel Huntsman. Yep. So they are still awesome. So it's going to be a matter of, how do we penetrate? How do we score? How do we keep them off the slate? So we've got our work cut out for us. There's no doubt about that. But, as I told the girls today, when you look at number 1 NYA, when you look at number 2 Maranacook, when you look at number 3 Wayne Fleet, when you look at us, on any given day, it could go to any of us. So we just need to come out and play our game.
And one thing you have going for you this year that you haven't had in years past is the ability to have a common opponent with NYA. You both played Greeley this year. Able to schedule some teams in Class B, some non-conference quality teams. You talk about Waynfleet, you played them. First game of the season, I believe, or second, definitely early in the year. So you've got those opponents that I think gave you some tests, and you always have that very killer preseason schedule that you usually put together. So this year you've probably got a more battle-tested team heading into the postseason than you've ever had in years past.
Absolutely, and, that's where, they, what was it? They beat Greeley by a goal, I think it was. We lost to Greeley by a goal, and, we were down a number of players that game. We were down to our fourth-string keeper. That being said, she did an awesome job that day. We played Morse in the preseason. We beat them. They beat Morse in the regular season 2-1. We played Gray in the preseason, beat them 2-0. They played Gray, beat them 2-1 in the regular season. So, honestly, it's just going to come down to we get there, we execute, and see where things fall from there. But right now, we're excited to have had practice today, and we're excited to practice for the rest of the week.
I think I've seen something just now that I haven't seen ever, a referee getting a round of applause from the fans. You don't see that all that often.
Well, it's Brad Lunt,
He's back again.
He's back again. Encore performance.
He was here last night. I would bet he's probably got the lines tonight.
I am guessing that he is probably coming in from another game. So that's
I would think so too, yes.
One of the other benefits of Lights is that there are so many day games, and a number of the good officials are able to double book. They do an early game where he might have been a center, and tonight he'll be an AR. So, another benefit of the Lights.
There is our crowd again. Good crowd on hand, and you see that donation bar scrolling by. You make a donation at Munzing Media Sports. That button up in the corner, I believe. Rob Munzing describes it better than I do. We thank everyone who does have those donations, and that allows us to keep these Halldale and Gardner games free of charge on your screen all fall, winter, and spring long. This is going to be our last Halldale game of the season because all the Halldale teams so far have won. If the boys win tonight, they'll advance as well, but they'll all be on the road in games after this one. I already mentioned that the girls team for soccer will be playing North Yarmouth Academy on Saturday. Do we have a time for that game yet?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock on Saturday. Field hockey will be on the road as well after their first round win. They take on
Winthrop.
Yep. And then the boys, if they win today, will likely take on Trape Academy. I haven't seen a final score of that game. Trape Academy in action today as well. I've got the bracket right here in Class C, and Trape Academy was playing Mountain Valley. You'd expect Trape to win that game, and that's where Halldale will go down to Kittery. And heard actually they might play that game in Portsmouth on the turf if that gets moved. They'll have to drive an extra 5 or 6 miles across the bridge. When you go 100 miles down to Kittery anyway, what's an extra trip across the Piscataway River?
We know that last year Trape played at St. Thomas Aquinas High School.
Yes.
On their turf, and I would expect that with the rains, they may be looking to do that again.
The Rangers team always a tough one. We always seem to cross paths with them, though.
It's usually not a good pass either.
Now, they've had the upper hand of the soccer battles. Basketball, a little more even.
Yes.
The soccer battles, the Rangers have been the ones who've been coming ahead more often than not. Bracket looks like this. Mount Abram will play North Yarmouth Academy. That's tonight. Starts at 7 o'clock, I think. Of course, this game here tonight, Waynfleet and Lisbon was 2-0 Waynfleet at halftime. That game should be over by now. If Waynfleet wins, you'd think Abram will win their game today. It'll be a long trip up to the mountain for Waynfleet, but that's where that semifinal game will be. And Halldale Trape, or Halldale Mountain Valley, or Winthrop Trape, Winthrop Mountain Valley. That'll be on Saturday, depending on the winner of this game. And Trape, again, likely to advance. We haven't seen a final score on that.
Trape did win 3-0 over Mountain Valley.
I saw on the Northern Maine bracket, George Stevens won today. They're into the Final Four. Bucksport will play Orono. Foxcroft is against Mount Blue. And Fort Kent taking on Calais up there in Class C North. We're ready to go. Winthrop will start in possession. Wearing those whites. Elfie Cognata is going to get us underway, number 12. One of the many underclassmen on this team. He's a freshman.
Looks like they're starting a little bit defensive there already.
I expect that'll be the case. I think when you're the underdog and you lost your last game against this team 7-1, the idea is to hang around for as long as you can. Try to get a smash and grab goal and change the course of the game. That's Ben Platt. Hard thing today with Halldale is it used to be easy to call Halldale when Platt was out there. You could easily recognize him, and now every player looks like Ben Platt.
Yeah.
Caleb Roulette heard me say that on the bench. He said, I look way better than Ben Platt. That's going to stay in. It spun in. Platt stopped playing it. Cognata played it a little too far ahead. Taken away. That is Lorette right there. Keegan Carey. The give and go was stabbed out of play. It's a throw in for Halldale. We'll get a chance to work together again, Mark, but I'm guessing you're probably hoping we don't, given that if you win on Saturday, you'll likely be unavailable on Halloween to call those Class D games.
I would love to be unavailable on Saturday.
Pounded away.
I think as you just saw, Waller took a little slip out there, so there are some slick spots.
Ben Chang making the throw in for Winthrop. Now Halldale trying that right side. Brown down that right side, taking on 3 defenders. Played it back to Thomas Murch. Now it's Carey. Defended nicely. Platt's up on this to poke it ahead. Carey right back. Brett and Lucas. Murch. Deflected into the area. And a foul called. Free kick goes to Halldale. Good spot for a free kick early for the Bulldogs. Keegan Carey's lining up. Looks like he might take this. Jackson Olsen right next. It would be Olsen, in fact. I think Olsen's shooting this. We'll see. He's got Carey in the area. Oh, he spooned that across. Oh, nice punch.
Nice punch.
Great punch by August. That ends up with the keeper. August made that great play in the beginning to really force the Bulldogs out wide, and that tight angle shot at a slim chance of beating him. Lorette. Lucas. Lucas got around Evan Bilodeau. Lucas down that sideline, challenged by Presti. Played long, and Lorette back to pick it up for Halldale. A little too overcooked for Platt to keep in. A throw in for Winthrop now. Bilodeau. That throw goes to Winthrop. Platt tried to take possession. The referee said no.
Smart move.
Officials a lot of times down there, and I know because I've been one, will also often let the players kind of make that call if they're not sure. Whoever picks the ball up, they kind of throw it their way. I think the players have kind of all agreed on whose ball it is. Tough bounce for Lucas. Evan Bilodeau. And a push called and a free kick for the Ramblers. Couple quick fouls early, one against each team. Gabe Corey, he was going to take the kick, the senior. He'll head out. Finn Barrett stepping over the ball instead. Number 20, the junior for the Ramblers. Put that ball at the edge of the area. Too many Halldale defenders over there. Lorette. Lorette still carrying, past that ahead.
He's going to want to change it.
MacArthur touched that back. Pass went behind the 2 Halldale targets. Intercepted now, Cognata. Halldale plays that ahead again. Lucas, the long shot, didn't get much velocity on that. Pounded out easily. Platt heading it forward. Lucas. Carey arrives on scene, but too many Ramblers. Platt. Bounced all the way through. Brown. Very nicely defended over there. Libby, I think, or Sam Corgan. Let me see what it was, 8 or 9.
Halldale is putting on some nice pressure early. I think they're still trying to find their groove. I think they're both still trying to find their footing out there. I think as this thing gets going more, it's going to get a little bit more sloppy.
It did last night. I wouldn't expect any differently tonight. It's probably not to the same extent. Of course, you played in a field that hadn't had a game on it for a while, and 80 minutes of soccer last night might have changed things a little bit.
80 minutes of soccer last night. Then you've got 70 minutes of middle school girls.
That's right,
and
they played
then
as well. I forgot
70
about
minutes
that.
of middle school boys.
That's right. So 3 games. Ben Platt again. Cut out nicely, but right back to Platt. That was Isaac Bro with the defensive play. Halldale will take the throw here. Platt with a long run up. Good long throw into the area, but no one there in black. August saw it late. I think he thought the defense was going to deal with that, but with no Halldale player around, he could come out and claim it very quickly.
That was a missed opportunity with Halldale there. That was a great throw, and no one coming in that backside.
I don't know if the team expected him to make that throw, but I've seen Platt do that quite a bit. In the midfield again. Murch. Now it's Brown. Played high over on that far side. Stabbed down by Finn Barrett. With their defense holding, Bulldogs charging in again. Gabe Corey, number 10, the senior, in the middle of that defensive play. Now it's Olsen. No way through for the Bulldogs. Platt will try outside.
Halldale doing a nice job of dribbling into tiny spaces.
It's surrounded when they do, but they'll free up some space eventually. Here's Keegan Carey. Carey onto that goal line. Into the area. Dealt with again by the Ramblers. And Halldale putting on some pressure now. MacArthur slides down. Good velocity there, but blocked. Sliding challenge from Cognata. Well, he might be hurt for a second, but just a shin pad he's fixing, so he's all right. Will Grant now in for Winthrop. So Reed Parlin, Trevor Kaylock, I think, just checked in. 19, I think? 18. So it was 18. Yeah, it was Colby Keene. Yeah.
And 13 checked in.
Davis Medor. So 3 first years off the bench for Coach Jesse Rowe.
And that's the other thing about this Halldale team. I mean, you mentioned the youth on Winthrop. Halldale has a number of freshmen that are contributing a lot this year.
Yeah, bodes well for this program in the future. A little more balanced as far as the classes of the Bulldogs team, but they will bring a lot of players back next year.
And they have a huge amount of players in the pipeline coming up with that 8th grade group and the 7th grade group and 6th grade group. So
how'd the 8th grade boys do today?
I don't know. I was practicing. I was
That's
hoping
right,
you were going to tell me.
No, I saw they were playing, but I didn't catch a scoreline. Over on that far side, Carter Eldridge, another first year.
You know, the middle school girls beat Maranacook yesterday 2-1, so they're going to play Gardner in the final game on Friday.
That'd be over here at Gardner.
At Gardner on the turf.
Gabe Corey. That's right, yeah. Good to have that game on the turf. Great midfield battle going on here. A couple of 10s, Corey and Dyer. Scratch, that's 18 again, Keene. And he's throwing me in the red number. Carey playing that across. Bilodeau headed it high. Played back, ball still in the air. Jackson Olsen trying to contain. He blew a tire over there on the far side and a throw in for Winthrop. Approaching the 10-minute mark of this first half. No real scoring opportunities yet for either team. Bulldogs had the ball in the area a couple of times, but kind of one test really on Jackson August, but nothing he didn't handle easily. Colby Keene played that back.
Nice foot moves by Lorette there, keeping
Lorette
that
played
ball
that very
in.
well. Ball was tied on the door. Punch it away. I can already tell right now that Max Cheng, the senior, is going to be a problem for Halldale as far as trying to break through. He's the center of that defensive line. Medora got caught a little bit in a trip. Free kick straight ahead of the goal, about 25, 30 yards out. Let's say 30. So Olsen took the last one. This one's Keegan Carey's. He'll step up. Carey setting up left-footed. Wants the shot. Oh, right at the keeper, and safe hands by August. Good velocity on that. Sometimes it'll pop right off the goalkeeper for a second chance, but August held it well.
Yeah, if he was just able to get that maybe 2 feet in front of it and see what it would do for a skip.
Oh, yeah. That's one thing June Foyt did really well last night. Not that she's any surprise to handle her position very well. She's one of the players of the year last year as far as first team or second team, I forget, in the MVC. Those awards this year haven't come out, but she's always been a fine goaltender.
So she was second team last year.
Yep.
Gilbert was first. This year they flip-flopped,
Yep.
where June was first and Gilbert second.
I hadn't seen that put out on the website yet for the MVC, but I'm not surprised to hear that. But she really handled the bounces very well, and those are hard to do, especially on a wet turf.
She's a good keeper. She played on one of my premier teams and just contributed greatly, and she works hard at the game. You know, she's certainly a gamer. I've got a great amount of respect for June.
Keegan Carey called for the foul. It's a free kick for Winthrop. She's one I'm going to miss watching. I'm not sure opposing players going to miss having her gone, though.
I'm okay with that.
There's some space over here now. Some speed down the wing by Colby Keene. Foul called and a free kick is Keene down. And that was Chang who came over. And you'll get a quick talking to by the official. A late challenge more than a malicious one. John Baer doesn't like the call.
So the last time Winthrop was here, he made his voice heard. I was very surprised he wasn't carded then, and now he's jarring a little bit to the side official.
And we'll see how much patience and tolerance the officials have. Into the area, headed down. Great play by Bro. Carey. Worked out wide again. Parlin's over there. Bounced into the area, almost a chance for Jackson Olsen, but it was cleared.
I say that was dangerous. Oh, weak.
And Winthrop gains possession. Can they catch up to this? Almost. Evan Bilodeau just ran out of space, and Nick Brown returns to the game. Brown replaces Colin MacArthur. Carey. Touch to Brown. Lorette called for it to reset.
They do communicate nicely. That's one thing I've noticed about the boys team throughout the year. They are definitely doing a much better job of talking and letting each other know where they are.
Brown again. Tried to play that through. Grant went down to slide that away. Not easy for Halldale to work that toward the goal. Ramblers' defense has done their job so far, and that'll be a foul. It was Gabe Corey who was assessed. Well, the challenge looked late to me.
Be nice to have a mic down there on the sideline.
Yeah, I can do that sometime. We'll mic up some coaches. Do that for basketball sometimes, a little easier in the proximity. There's a good ball down the flank for Winthrop, but too many Bulldogs there. Played outside by Matt Waller. Good fight going on here. Jackson Olsen ends up in possession for Halldale.
Nice little flick. Oop, handball.
Yeah,
Oop.
I got away with that because it was a handball. Carey trying to shield the ball with his body, does so successfully. Ben Platt. Keene. Good work in the triangle back to Carey. Halldale patient here. Gonna find a way through. Touch quickly to Brown. Brown still with it.
Oh, nice play.
Great ball through. Here's an opportunity for Halldale now, but too close to the keeper. Looked good for Halldale, just played a little too close. And August right there to smother it. Good ball movement by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was one of those. It's like, do I shoot, do I pass, do I shoot, do I pass? And it was somewhere in the middle.
And Parlin got a little bit in between as far as what he wanted to do with that. A sign of intent for the Bulldogs, certainly. Colby Keene lost his footing. Bilodeau took that away. Dispossessed, back to Keene again. Showed too much of the ball that time to Presti, and he got rid of it. Platt. Nice play in the air to knock that down. Maybe a chance to spring the Winthrop player, but he's behind the last line, or the last defender, I should say. And Teddy Wagner just a touch offside, so Halldale gets the free kick. Winner of this game will take on Trape Academy on Sunday, either in Kittery or Portsmouth. We're speculating likely St. Thomas Aquinas over in New Hampshire across the border in their turf field. As Trape played some postseason games there last season. Nick Brown. Jackson Olsen back to Brown again. Brown took on one too many challengers there. It's taken away by Cognata.
Oof.
Two players end up down. We're going to call a foul either way on that. The ref just said play on.
Yeah, it's like you pick a card. Who's it going to be?
Kind of decided they canceled each other out, I suppose. Jackson Olsen. Olsen for Halldale. Nicely kicked away by Will Grant. That quick counter Winthrop's trying to do here. Held a little too long this time. That allowed Colby Keene to come over. Now Bilodeau again. Olsen. Back to Brown. 12th minute here, 13th I should say. And some subs. Thomas Murch back in for Halldale. Murch will go up front. And Murch will replace Davis Medor. Olsen.
Yep.
Free kick to Carey this time. Carey won't take this. It'll be Olsen instead. They've alternated on those free kicks. Line drive into the area. And it bounces wide. Don't think anyone touched that.
No.
Okay. Oh, it did.
Oh.
I didn't think it changed direction, but the referee saw that. It's a corner for Halldale there first. First of the game, in fact. Nick Brown will take it. He's setting up right-footed. Trying to swing this in toward the goal, but not too close to the keeper, Jackson August.
Oh, nice ball.
A little too close. But it wasn't bad, especially when you had a player flying in to try to head that out of the air. That was Eldridge. Eldridge didn't miss that by much.
No, I thought he was going to get there.
Platt in a battle. Trying to shield that from Corey. Ramblers work that ahead down the left side. Eldridge is there first for Halldale. Matt Waller. Headed toward the sideline now by Isaac Bro. But kept in. Some open space over here on the left for Halldale. Didn't quite go far enough. And given right back. And again, a big tumble going down was Will Grant. And Ben Platt, I believe, was that Platt or Care? No, it was either one of them. It was 8, not 9. Brenton Lucas. A long run perhaps for Olsen. He won't get there. It's played out into touch. This game is physical. Halfway through the first half, no goals yet. Olsen has support from Lucas. Carey trying to wheel around, well defended. Good defensive play there, just throwing the leg out. That was number 11, Crew Presti. Rishi DeVero in here. DeVero will take Reed Parlin's place.
I think the key to this is getting into the flat by the flag and getting those crosses out. They are just dropping. They've got 10 people back there right now.
They want to neutralize the Bulldogs' attack clearly, and they've done so. Knocked down by Connor Hayshie, who just came in, number 4. Now Winthrop a chance to counter here. Played out wide down that touchline. Hayshie can't quite catch up. They had something on there, the Ramblers. Pass a little too overcooked.
So coach was saying, good idea. It was a good idea. If he had caught up to it, that might have could have been dangerous.
Ben Platt. Nice touch down the sideline. Murch couldn't hold it. Presti with the throw. Cognata. But over to the far side. Almost hit a Halldale defender in no man's land, though, as Eldridge kind of got frozen for a second, but he recovered. Now played out to DeVero. DeVero's got fresh legs. He's just on the pitch. Pass too far ahead, though, and Jackson August will make short work of that. When the underdogs like the Ramblers are, you're playing with house money a little bit. The longer you hang around, the more you make the favorite a little nervous. And they're hanging around quite nicely in this game.
They're given space, but once they get into the 18, they're locking down.
It's a bend but don't break style that's been successful so far. They haven't generated chances, but as long as they can kind of hold Halldale at bay, they'll look to take a quick counter, and if they can win this game 1-0, they'll be thrilled about that. Carey, the through ball.
Ooh.
Ends up with Lucas. He just wasn't expecting it to bounce to him. Platt in. Nice turn by Lorette. There's Platt again. Yeah, you're right. It's getting slick out there.
I would not be playing in this area right here.
Played out for a Halldale throw. Max Chang over to send Halldale back and make them reset from the sideline. Thrown into the area, kicked away immediately, and cleared by Presti. Ben Platt now for Halldale. Platt trying his luck from distance, ambitious attempt, it's wide. Goal kick now for the Ramblers. They will send Teddy Wagner in, Evan Bilodeau back in, Davis Madore returning for Halldale. Reed Parlin and Colby Keene also re-entering.
I think that's one of the potential strengths as the game gets deeper, because each time that Halldale puts in 3, Winthrop's only putting in 1. So this stamina piece, the whole aspect of staying a little bit fresher, that might catch up to Winthrop versus Halldale.
That's a science, too, isn't it? There's a way to do that. I watched last night as far as the rotation you were using. It almost looked kind of hockey-esque a little bit, the way you'd bring a couple players on and have a rotation with 4 or 5 players, and they'd all come in for each other, but not always the same ones at the same time.
And that's where,
That's not a bad shot. Good attempt from distance. I don't know if August touched that or not. He didn't. It was wide, so it's a goal kick.
In soccer, this is where you're playing for the long game. Especially against Monmouth, who potentially, we went into that double overtime the first time, but the difference is regular season, the overtimes are 5. In playoffs, they're 20. So you need to have those fresh legs potentially if that game goes the extra mile.
You end up going to play 2 hours. It's going to be needed. And then kicks at the end with the energy you have left.
Correct.
Keene. Playing that ahead.
Oh, nice ball.
On the side to Jackson Olsen into the area. Olsen, the return pass. The shot kicked away. The second attempt. Pinballs around. Madore had his shot blocked. Good setup for Halldale, but well defended eventually by the Ramblers, who diffused the situation without August having to make a save.
So that's the question I have. As you watch that play develop, you've got 4 Halldale defenders, and you've got no man's land there, and there's only one Winthrop player up. Why not send up 2 to take away that spacing?
They have numbers back now, Halldale does. Lorette calmly played that away. Platt outside. The return pass from Platt, so to Platt from Colby Keene. Back toward Keene, too far away. Crew Presti intercepts. Keene again. Now it's Cognata. Cognata caught a teammate in stride. Now maybe a chance for the Ramblers here. It was Teddy Wagner. He's by himself. And a throw in for Halldale. Bretton Lucas had a quick break. He'll come back in. Lucas will replace the senior, Nick Brown. One senior for another. "27th minute. And neither goaltender has really had to make a strong save yet. This is the kind of game the Ramblers, I think, are thrilled with right now.
Has Ben Nathan touched the ball yet?
I'm not sure he's even had to make a play. No corners, no goal kicks. The game's been played mostly in Halldale's front half, but for the most part, not in the front third. They've made some forays in there, but not for very long, and they've been handled quite well by the Ramblers. Halldale trying the right side this time. No place to go. They get the throw, however. It's again why the Bulldogs need the first goal here. Force the Ramblers to come out of this a little bit as the game goes on. And heaven help them if the Ramblers can defend this well and steal a goal. And continue in this defensive shell and frustrate Halldale the rest of the way. Oh, great challenge.
You can tell Winthrop's gaining a little bit more.
Oh, they're confident.
Confidence was the word I wanted. Thank you.
They are.
Sounds like confidence.
Reed Parlin. Parlin skipping over a defender. And the Bulldogs left the ball behind. Recover. Keegan Carey switching the field. A little too far, however, for Platt. He couldn't stab it out of the air. Throw in for the Ramblers. And a sub coming in now, Nick Wagner. It's Will Grant who comes off. He was going to take the throw in. What if it done so? We have too many players. What's the call? I haven't seen it. I've never seen it happen. I've seen it in basketball. Technical foul in basketball. I had a tournament game once, and it was Oceanside or Rockland at the time. Actually, it was Madomic. Came out of the huddle with 6 players on the floor and got teed up. It was late in the game against Gardner. It was a pivotal junction of that game. Some confusion coming out of Coach DePatsy's huddle, and so I've seen it there. Never seen it in soccer.
I should know that answer, but I don't.
Handball called against Jackson Olsen. A free kick now for Winthrop. Well, it's probably rare that it happens because usually the referees have a pretty tight watch on who's coming on and who's coming off. In that situation, Will Grant, who's about to come back in anyway, was right over on the sideline. And I think perhaps the official thought he had gone off when in fact he was going to take the throw. Coach Baer noticed. Nathan will have to handle this one. Good long ball into the area, and Nathan forced into action.
Don't know if you noticed it last night, but I was playing a man down for about a minute and a half.
I did see that. Ooh, another shot. That time off target. Good distance on these booms from Winthrop, though. Oh, goal kick now for Halldale. Halldale, 3 more players in. MacArthur, Brown, and Murch. As I mentioned, Will Grant back on the pitch for the Ramblers.
I think after that play last night, I'm going to have to go to the old method of handing your sub a penny
Right.
as you come off.
Almost played right out of the air by the Ramblers.
Oh, good ball.
Brown's got speed. He's over on the left side now, but he's beaten to it. Played out again as Max Cheng over. Platt. Olsen has some space to get by a defender and does. Into the area. Olsen.
Corner.
It's out for a corner. Let's wait to see if August had saved that. He came close, but not quite. Halldale's second corner.
Nope.
Nope.
They're going goal kick.
So went over, but last touch by Halldale, so a goal kick. One thing the Bulldogs have to guard against now is frustration.
9 minutes. Time to put one in.
Played over that sideline. Ends up out into touch. Throw in for Halldale. Eldridge. Cognata had it knocked away from him. Platt with a left foot ahead. Olsen. Popped high, freeing himself up in space, but he's got a shadow. Max Cheng with him all the way. Olsen again. Great challenge. Send Olsen back. That was Gabe Corey. Now played out. Isaac Bro down that sideline, relieving some pressure.
Halldale patiently trying to get that through ball down the front line. It's just Winthrop doing a great job of being there, but also with that field being a little bit mucky. Those touches are not the same for Halldale.
Will it matter when they switch ends?
I don't know if the end they're defending is any better.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
In all actuality, just visually, it looks worse. And one thing is evident, this side has taken much more of a beating than the other side.
This contest for sure. Olsen heads out wide.
Oop,
March racing for it, but again over to make the defensive play is Cheng. Max Cheng has been an anchor in the middle of that defense. Halldale now right to the edge of the area. Work that in, but that's behind the goal for a goal kick. Unless it was touched, and it was. So it's a corner. A sliding play by Finn Barrett. He must have gotten a little touch on that when he made that good defensive play. Halldale gets the corner. Jackson Olsen, I believe, over to take that. It is indeed number 7.
So again, do you keep 3 people back with one? Or you float another one up with that no man's land?
Little altercation over in the goal line. Keegan Carey and Will Grant. Referee gives them a quick lecture. It's Olsen's corner. We're going to swing this away from the keeper. Decent delivery. Punched away. Ball still free. Always nervous when it's in the area bouncing. There's the shot, and it's wide.
What was that?
That was number 17,
Platt.
Colin MacArthur.
MacArthur.
Yeah, they all look like Platt. I said that earlier. Decent chance for Halldale there, but in the end, well wide. Isaac Bro re-entering for Winthrop. 35th minute here in Farmingdale, still waiting our first goal. And Halldale beat Winthrop 7-1 last time, and the Ramblers have come out tonight and really stifled Halldale. It's been a very different game. Congratulations to the visitors for being able to do that so far.
Well, I think playing at Winthrop on that beautiful new field that they have,
nice.
That's where Halldale's speed and just the dry conditions, they were able to exploit Winthrop a little bit more. Now with that defense packed in and not field conditions, you don't have that speed and agility that they usually have.
Now a chance maybe for the Ramblers. Down that far flank. That was Cognata with the ball. He's by himself. That's the one thing that's happened when Cognata's had the ability to get forward. He's usually been taking on 2 or 3 defenders on his own. And the Ramblers are fine with this. The big thing for them, continue to frustrate Halldale, keep them off the scoreboard. Keegan Carey.
And if they're able to keep them scoreless for the next 4.5 minutes, that's a huge step for them going into halftime.
I'm going to be very happy with that. Brown. Here's Carey arriving. A little too heavy in the first touch, but it did get through to Olsen. Olsen's long shot is over the crossbar. Not a bad one. Good attempt to take. He wasn't far over. But just a goal kick in the end for Jackson August. A quick highlight show at halftime at this rate.
That might be one of them. Oh, it was close.
But a couple of shots. I think the closest anyone's come to scoring is that bouncing corner in the Winthrop penalty area. Ended up in a shot wide by Halldale's Colin MacArthur. Now might be a chance. Oh, good sliding challenge. That was Waller, I believe. It was not Waller, it was MacArthur. Waller's back at the end. Here's Nathan out to pick it up. Lorett's got to be a little careful as he was back downfield with Teddy Wagner and definitely let Wagner know he was there.
The only player I certainly know out there is Nick Brown because his hair's still brown. Other than that, it's
only a couple of players. DeVera was easy to pick too. He didn't go with a dye job either. But everyone else is, well, easy to see, but hard to identify.
It's where you can't tell a player without having a program.
And tonight, some binoculars. Back down that wing again. Here's Matt Waller. Waller played forward. Murch. Eldridge. Now MacArthur. Good switch by Halldale. Can they get an opportunity here in the next 2:41? Loretz playing the long through ball, but it's too far. And Keegan Carey going to goal. He's marked pretty well. But overcooked anyway. If he's even by himself, probably couldn't have caught up to that. Headed forward. Carey trying to control. Played outside, intercepted by Evan Bilodeau. Waller. Going to turn that over a bit to Gabe Corey. Corey down the sideline. Eldridge.
Oh, nice little move.
See if they have room down that right side. We'll see. Chance perhaps for Halldale now. Here's the shot. And it's going wide. August knew it and just let it go.
Had it not been offsides, I think, had it not been wide, I think that would have been offsides.
.90 seconds to go. Still goalless here in Farmingdale. And August in no particular hurry to take this goal kick. Ben Platt under it. Controlled by the Ramblers. Outside, Will Grant. The sliding challenge was up in a foul on Lorette.
So that's interesting because he had all ball to start.
Ramblers with 47 seconds to work something out here. Finn Barrett over to take the kick. Jubilation in the boys in white if they can put this home at the end of this first half. Barrett to the 18, pounded away. Athletic play by Lorette. Winthrop still attacking. Halldale there first. 22 seconds remaining. Time for maybe one more rush. Work down the sideline. That's Olsen. Olsen still with it. Olsen. Played that out for a corner. They won't have time to take it, I don't think. With 6 seconds to go, they'll have to really hurry. They do get it away. But kicked out of there by Evan Bilodeau, and that's it on the first half. So Winthrop came here to play defense, and they have certainly done that very, very well, keeping Halldale off the score sheet in the first 40 minutes. A nil draw here in Farmingdale at halftime. So we'll step aside for...
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learn so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
When I walked through these doors, I was just blown away.
This is insane. It just caught my attention immediately.
This is the first place that I've seen like this decked out. It's pretty sweet.
This is a grand opening for our esports arena. We're talking 1,600 square feet of pure technology.
Like, I'm shaking being here. It's so cool.
There's nothing like it in Maine. We're ahead of the curve here.
It's definitely a big market, something you can make a living on.
I've always had an interest in esports.
So we're treating it like an extension of our athletic program. And then in addition to that, we're starting an esports management degree program.
It's just a different community for me to be a part of.
It really just helps me just be myself. It's just really fun.
This will bring students together. That's what's happening, and that's what esports is.
To me, it's beautiful, and I want to live here.
Elliott Office Products is a family-owned business that has been around since 1985. Grampy Charlie started the business as a service technician, and it has evolved into a full-servicing printing company. From simple copies to full logo design, we offer it all under one roof. Located in Farmingdale, Maine, we are at the heart of many different communities. We love assisting new and existing customers with any of their printing needs. Stop by, call, email, or send us a message on Facebook. We would love to help.
Hi, my name is Shayna Everson, and I'm with the Atlantic Youth Sports, Inc. As a nonprofit athletic program, we strive to develop young people into successful athletes and leaders by focusing on 3 values: confidence, teamwork, and respect. Our programs include basketball, lacrosse, softball, and volleyball. Our vision is continuing to build for the community as we have grown to 10+ teams with 3 other athletic programs and having an opportunity to build a home. And because of your support, we have an outdoor court in West Garden. Thank you to our volunteers, athletes, and coaches who put in the dedication to create our home. If you would like to donate today, please go to www.aysinc.org/donate and make a difference tomorrow.
Helping people is kind of ingrained into me. I am so glad that I chose to be here. It's a really great program.
Primary downs in the heart.
The instructors are super helpful.
They really do set you up to be successful in the field.
The new hospital simulation lab here at CMCC is a great addition.
It's as close to replicating real life as you can get.
We did an IV lab.
With a mannequin, it's nice to get your toes wet before you jump into a clinical setting.
Deep breath.
CMCC is the best place to start nursing. It's challenging, but you are learning.
You have a smaller size classroom, smaller ratio to instructors.
It's affordable.
It really provided me relief that I'm not going to accrue a lot of debt.
I needed to set myself and my family up for success after.
I'm going to come out of this able to actually practice as an RN in the real field. It's a wonderful opportunity.
Rob Kennedy, Mark Tinkham here at Halldale. Scoreless first half. If Coach John Bear's idea was to squelch the Halldale offense, well, mission accomplished in the first 40 minutes. The Bulldogs really just one chance in that half, and he's sacrificing offensive attack to keep the Bulldogs at bay, and it's working so far for the visitors.
I'd say Halldale offense right now is frustrated, and as you said, that Winthrop defense has stifled them. They had a couple opportunities. They've been in that end a good amount of the time, but, you know, similar to yesterday, you bend, but you don't break, and this is reminiscent, unfortunately for me last year, you know, going in as number 1, playing number 8 Trape, and Trape played a defensive game. They had two opportunities. They scored on one of them. Hoping that the boys are able to figure this piece out. If not, we're looking at overtime, and I'm sure that.
The later it gets, the more nervous you get if you're a Halldale fan, I'm sure. And you mentioned that word frustration. The team hasn't seemed frustrated yet, but the longer this game goes on, you worry about that setting in, because that starts to play in your mind a little bit. You know, how do we find a way through? The time's ticking down. We're heading toward overtime. Maybe we're heading toward kicks if things continue in that regard. And that's got to be in your mind. You have to kind of keep that out, and it's easier said than done.
And I'm sure that Winthrop is coming out with the same strategy. I'm curious to see what Halldale does. Sitting here, you know, certainly in this situation, able to say, all right, would I push more of the defense up? That being said, you run the risk of, does it allow for them to possibly get a breakaway? But, you know, certainly the more that you're able to pin them in, the less opportunity that they have.
It's Halldale in possession to start the second half. The Bulldogs will attack from left to right in front of their keeper, Ben Nathan. Jackson August, a busy first half. He played very well between the sticks for the Ramblers. He's down at the end to our right, and the Ramblers wearing the whites. They'll attack from right to left. Bulldogs ready to go. Davis Medora is going to get us started. Number 13 out there in black. And we're underway. What adjustment would you have made if you're Halldale as far as trying to penetrate that defensive shell?
I would look to attack the wings a lot more, getting the crosses. I think they're doing a nice job of trying to get the through balls, but they've got so many people there that you need to thread it perfectly, and this turf does not allow you to do that.
Thomas Murch making a nice run. Murch showed a little too much of the ball that time, just a tiny little bit to Isaac Breaux, and Breaux made the clear.
I would also look to bring the ball down to the end lines, kick the ball off them, and look for corner opportunities. I think that's going to be one of their best opportunities to score in this game.
Well, the best opportunity so far was off a corner. Pounded away by the Ramblers. Good strong foot by Keenan Libby, number 9, the sophomore. This young team has certainly accommodated itself well here in this game. Many freshmen and sophomores on the Ramblers. Bulldogs have a bunch of those too. Eldridge right here with it. He's a first year. Eldridge trying to go square. Pass doesn't connect. He wanted to pick out Keegan Carey. Now Ben Platt down that sideline. Here's Olsen. Olsen. Maybe a chance now. Was played behind the Bulldog player making the run. That was Medor. Almost ended up with Medor anyway, but it's cleared out of there. That was Libby again also. Possession's been the advantage to Halldale territory. Bulldogs have had the advantage. It really hasn't been much as far as quality possession in territory. A lot of midfield play as it is right now. Well stolen there by Presti. He had a good defensive first half for Winthrop. Medor. Eldridge. He wanted to try to find Medor again, but the pass was too far away, and Lorette's there to head it forward. Might get a chance here now. Medor pushed that forward. Just beaten to it, though, by Isaac Breaux.
Strength of Winthrop is in the middle.
Get outside.
And we keep trying to drive it down the middle.
That's going to go out of play off Halldale. That was Keenan Libby who made a good play. He'd throw in as well. He and Brett and Lucas were in a tussle. Winthrop throw again. Corey's got it. Played over the head, but that's out into touch, and a throw in for Brett and Lucas. Caleb Lorette. Corey ahead. Teddy Wagner racing for this. Just beaten to it by Eldridge. The 3 in black defeats the 3 in red in that particular play. Or white, rather. Ramblers on the attack once again. Played back out. Law's looking for Murch outside. He has to come back for it. Lost his footing a bit. Looking to get past Ben Chang. Murch. Played that out off a Rambler. Keenan Libby, and a throw in for Halldale.
Winthrop's changed it up a little bit. Looks like they're looking to attack a little bit more this half.
They accomplished what they wanted to in the first half, kept the game scoreless, and now it's time to potentially get themselves in front. And they seem to have done so without really losing any of their fortitude in the back. It's out. Lucas with the throw once again. Keegan Carey, a little space. Play ahead. It's a game where maybe one miscue might be the difference in this contest.
With footing, it could happen.
Medor. That was played outside. And the throw-in goes Halldale's way. Murch toward goal.
Good go.
Tipped over.
Nice play.
Great save by Jackson August, because that would have been below the crossbar. He had to get up and tip it over.
There you go. One for the highlight reel.
Best save of the night so far by either keeper. August keeps this game scoreless. Halldale gets corner number 3. Good opportunity by Murch. He just kind of looked up and saw the chance and decided to take his shot. Keegan Carey with the corner from the right side. Lorette and Medor both in the area. Headed out. Waller played that down. Olsen dispossessed. Lorette back. Bulldogs looking to switch the field. Brett and Lucas on it again. Carey in the middle. Intercepted by the Ramblers. Taken right back from Gabe Corey, though. Holding needs to separate. They'll do so now and set up. Murch making the run down the right flank. Played back in the middle again, though. No one there but white-clad Winthrop players. Now run down this left flank for the Ramblers with the ball just a little too far away for the on-rushing Keenan Libby. We'll see this opportunity in the save. Just the return ball to Murch. And Murch, a shot from a tough angle, but that was absolutely going in. And yeah, up to fisted over the bar was Jackson August. Teddy Wagner. Wagner walking the tightrope, but can't get by Eldridge. He didn't have much room there, but he does win the throw for the Ramblers. Libby will take it. Gabe Corey. Stabbed there by Keegan Carey. Carey and Corey come together. Platt up that touch line, but that's out. Last touch by the Ramblers. Halldale takes the quick throw. They had subs coming in, so that'll slow things down a bit. Nick Brown, Colby Keene, and Reed Parlin all in. Quick shout out to Paul Vachon, who's been watching a lot of the Munzing Media games over the course of this fall. Was watching last night the Halldale Bulldogs. Might be watching again tonight. Glad you're tuning in all fall long.
Always appreciate you cheering on those Bulldogs, Mr. Vachon. Sorry, Coach.
Once a coach, always a coach.
It's one of my favorite people to coach against when he was, reigning supreme at Coney, and I was in a lowly program at Mount Ararat at the time. But just even as a coach on the sidelines, just able to learn so much from him.
Bulldogs take the throw. Ben Platt helping to come back for Carey, but played out into touch by Bilodeau. Carey right in the goal line. Who touched that last? It's a Halldale corner. Number 4 for Halldale. Taken quickly, bouncing in the area. And out comes the keeper, August, to smother it. Not a bad attempt, though, as they tried to catch the Ramblers off guard. Now Winthrop trying to play that over the top. Headed out of there by Lorette.
Yep.
Handball called against Jackson Olsen, and free kick to Winthrop. Lorette rises. That ball bound for an attacking Winthrop player up there. That was Teddy Wagner. Wagner still up there. Corey couldn't hit him with a pass. Olsen played it too far ahead. Stolen easily by Finn Barrett. And a free kick called. Foul on Halldale, so Winthrop gets the free kick just to the offensive side. They'll bring it back, actually. Oh, it's a drop ball. Played toward goal, spinning toward Nathan. Had to be safe with those hands there, too, as he had Teddy Wagner. But you're right, here in the second half, already more forays into the area for the Ramblers they had in the entirety of that first half. A little more attacking now from Winthrop, as they've held Halldale scoreless now for 50 minutes. Waller pounds that ahead. And a hold called against the Bulldogs. A free kick to Winthrop. Headed out wide. Bro. And Bro called for the foul. I didn't hear the whistle. But it was stopped. A free kick to Halldale. It was Brett and Lucas that Bro clattered into, and a free kick for the Bulldogs. The longer this game goes on, the more physical and contested it's going to get. Up that sideline. Good idea, but a good toe there by Chang.
Yeah, narrowly missed it.
Chance maybe for Brown. That time was Finn Barrett who came over and knocked it into touch. Headed into the area. Chance maybe for Halldale now. Put high and headed away by Ben Chang. Nick Brown working his way outside, down by that baseline. Brown. It's out for a corner. Nick Brown's taking this. Five Bulldogs in the area. Brown punched away. August has really owned his area tonight. Foul that time called against the Bulldogs. That's Lorette, I believe it is. That got through Lucas. Yeah, Lucas will get called. And he's probably going to get cautioned here. And got a warning. The next one for him is going to get a card, I would think. I guess what the referee's saying right now is he's been a little persistent with his fouling.
I think Breton also asked what the foul was, and you could see that the official had motioned that it was a push.
Was that rhetorical?
Why do you use big words at night? My brain is dead.
Corey on the free kick. It's a good one, too. Just over the bar. Nathan could watch it sail. It did not miss by much, though, but the keeper in good position to keep an eye on it all the way.
Probably their best opportunity tonight, too.
I would think so. And not far off. Alvin Cognata's back on number 12. He'll go right up front where he spent most of the first half. Oh, headed ahead. Cognata there. Sliding down to play that away was Lorette.
Dangerous sliding in the box. You never know what's going to happen.
It certainly is. Especially if you miss. And ball ends up 12 yards away.
What do you think? Think the Bulldogs would have preferred to have said, all right, we're number one, or we're the higher seed, but we'll play at your place?
I think they would have enjoyed playing in that field tonight. Bulldogs playing that out wide. Colby Keene was the last to touch it, so it's a throw in for Winthrop.
Noticing the name on the assistant coach here for Winthrop. Is that Monmouth Grandel?
Could be. I don't recognize the Monmouth players as much as I would the Halldale ones, of course. But we saw Monmouth play quite a bit of times, and that was a name I do remember from both basketball and their state championship teams, and soccer as well.
Yeah, I remember tremendous soccer player.
Yes.
If it's the same one, and the name isn't that common.
Nope. It's a Monmouth name, that's for sure. Lucas. Eldridge. Toward the goal.
Possibly.
It's loose in there. And the Ramblers get it away. August did well to make the first save, and then it was cleared.
You get a Bulldog down.
Let's see who that is. That's Colby Keene. And up quickly comes Nick Brown. He'll probably come in and check in and take his place. Davis Medora will come in as well. So the ball over that far sideline. And Halldale's got possession of this. Platt will take it for the Bulldogs. Platt. Working the left side this time. Play it into space. 3 Bulldogs there. Murch with it here. He had Halldale's best chance. Right down that sideline, Carter Eldridge. Eldridge into the area. He had just crossed the goal line, though, so it's a goal kick. Now, more of that, I think. You mentioned that earlier, Mark, that the Bulldogs would do well if they would work that flank and get it in deep and then try to make that cross. Eldridge is the right idea, just played it a little too far ahead.
I still think that's where their success is going to come. I mean, you got a bottleneck in the middle, and that's where you hope that something pops loose, whereas on the flanks you can create opportunity. And we do have one of our viewers, Coach Jared Richmond, confirming that that Miss Grandel is the Monmouth Grandel. Thank you for watching and being a loyal viewer, Jared Richmond of Munsing Media.
He'll always find his way into a broadcast, won't he?
When you're on Sesame Street, anything can happen.
Eldridge. Into the area, just misconnected with Medor. Halldale save this for now. Played back to Ben Platt. Platt, not a bad ball into the area, but it bounces to August. No one can get to the other end of that delivery. Lorette under pressure. Back toward Lorette. Murch will hold it. Pass too far for his junior teammate. Lorette with it again. Olsen played that too far out, rather, onto the Halldale bench, trying to connect with Murch. Couldn't link up. Cognata. Too many Bulldogs there. Isaac Bro. Ran through some contact. Just booted that down toward Ben Nathan. He'll pick it up, the Halldale keeper. Almost an hour into this match.
Winthrop showing lots of resiliency here.
Tons. And again, I think if you told the Ramblers it'll be a nil draw 16 minutes in, they'd be happy about that. Bulldogs trying to change that here, though. Back out of the area now, Nick Brown. They can carry.
They swarm on defense. Got to give them that.
Lucas wanted the shot. And takes it, but again, really not much opportunity there. He'll just put it toward the goal for the goal kick. And Eddie Wagner back in.
This is where you can't set up for the perfect shot. Right there, it's like it needs to be 1-2. You either pass it or you take the shot. You don't have time because they are swarming so much. The other thing is I would suggest a quick change. If you notice Winthrop, they move almost like an amoeba. Just quick, whole team on one side, whole team coming the other side.
Played up that sideline. Winthrop regains possession. They wanted Cognata. The pass was too far for him. Platt. Waller. Lucas. A give and go with Eldridge. Stepping up to play that was Will Grant. Free kick to Winthrop again.
It's one thing I keep reinforcing with my girls. They have a tendency of when that ball comes, they're putting it back into pressure. This is where that pass should have been swung over the other side by Halldale.
Bro tried to play that in. It's in the area now. Chested down. Eldridge. Bulldogs maintaining possession for now. Murch. Great step up to knock that to the touchline. It stayed in. And the throw in is Halldale's. With Ben Chang, a good aggressive defensive play for Winthrop. Headed high. There's Lorette. Put over the top to Cognata. Murch there to save it for Halldale and prevent Cognata from entering the penalty area. Ramblers are fired up now. And a hold called against the Ramblers. They got Gabe Corey for that. Free kick to Halldale, right at center, right in the middle of the field. Murch played back to Eldridge. Toward the area again. Gets through. Still
Ball's
loose.
free. Ball's free.
Murch arrives, but he had to play that in the volley up high and couldn't put it on frame. But Halldale pressuring. Good long ball into the area and trying to create some chaos in front of the goal. August came out to play it, but that bouncing ball is a problem.
I think that was Medora causing a lot of the chaos up top.
It was number 13 indeed, Davis Medora. Waller. Played outside, but stolen away. Cognata, I believe, out there. It is.
Miscommunication on the defensive part.
Teddy Wagner. The Bulldogs recover. Not more energy here now as things are getting late. And a foul called. That was Gabe Corey, who was late in his challenge.
And in a game like this, I wouldn't dribble out of the defensive end. This is where you want to pass, let the ball do the work, because you're going to need your energy right now at a 0-0 tie with 18 left.
Chances coming so few and far between, you can't help wondering about potential overtime in this game.
Ramblers fan louder than the Halldale fan right now. Where is that dog pound?
Nervous, I believe. I think people got a false sense of security in that 7-1 match last time as that shot rolls in on August, and he has no problem with that. I talked to Coach Rowe before the game. He said it's not going to be like 7-1 like last time. He knew that. Sometimes I think the fans, though, think it might be easier than it is.
When you get a seasoned team, you know, and as we said in the pregame, you see a team 3 times in playoffs, their expectations change big time.
Chance may be here now for Teddy Wagner. Wagner, right to the edge of the area. Lorette there to take it away. Now Carey and the Bulldogs counter. Not that time as Gabe Corey slowed them down. And it's a Halldale throw. But the longer this game's gone on scoreless, as we've predicted, the more enthusiasm, the more confidence these Ramblers have built. A foul call here against the Bulldogs. Thomas Murch and a free kick. Murch gets a quick conversation with the official. About to enter the 65th minute, though. It's out for a throw. Just throw that back for that throw-in because subs are coming in. Evan Bilodeau back in for Winthrop. And Colby Keene re-enters for Halldale.
Got to give it to Winthrop right now. I mean, we got 15 minutes left. They haven't subbed that much, and they're still running hard out there.
They look fresh almost, really. Adrenaline, enthusiasm, excitement. I mean, they're executing their game plan to a T. So they'll move the throw-in back for Will Grant, who encroached a little too far. Still a Winthrop throw. And Grant will take his long run up from behind the midfield stripe. And counting players out there to make sure there are enough out there. Or maybe not too many. Wagner. Good switch. Platt stepped into that. It's loose now. Maybe a chance for the Ramblers here. Bilodeau setting up. Corey. Intercepted by Brown. Play it ahead. Good foot race here. Winning the 50-50 ball, the Ramblers. Quickly up to play that was Finn Barrett. Now a chance for Winthrop. And a shot, and Nathan has to parry that away. Wagner with the best chance for the Ramblers so far tonight. Good velocity and a skipper in on Nathan to play that perfectly.
It's a great opportunity.
The yellow card just assessed to Alfie Cognata.
And rightly so, as he went cleats up heading into the keeper who had the ball.
So Cognata off, Keenan Libby on. Let's see that save from Ben Nathan again.
That situation, very lucky that wasn't a red card.
You can see the end of that play too. Is Cognata coming in? There's the save. And Cognata. Oh yeah. Yeah, we went down, the keeper had it, and
there's no reason for that. That need to protect the keepers. I've seen it too many times. That really should have been a red.
I've seen him give him before. A little lenient shown to Cognata, just the yellow. I think the referee will only give the red card if he really feels he has to. In a playoff game especially, but a yellow certainly the result here, and one that you really can't argue much with if you're the Winthrop bench. Coach Grandel giving the explanation out to Cognata too, who I don't think was being malicious about that, honestly, by his reaction on the sideline. He was just going for the ball, but a dangerous situation when the keeper's down low like that. I'm going to chalk that one up to exuberance, not maliciousness. But still, again, kind of fortunate there wasn't more contact than there was, or else he might not be able to play in any further part in this game. Just a yellow card, though. Now Carey working outside. Carey on the goal line. That ends up behind the goal. It's a corner, though.
See if it works this time.
Number 6 for Halldale. They could play this short if they wanted to. Brown will take this. Looks like they won't play it short now as Carey's heading to goal. Brown's kick. Played out for a goal kick. Halldale the last to touch that one. And Winthrop's look more and more dangerous as this game's gone on. They started out in that defensive shell. Got through the first 40 minutes unscathed. A couple of opportunities for Halldale, but nothing too serious against Jackson August. As the second half's moved on, they pressed a little bit more, trying to get that go-ahead goal. And it's a throw-in now for Winthrop. They'll hustle to take it.
Yep.
Platt helped back up. The foul called on the Ramblers. That was number 7, Evan Bilodeau, who knew the call was against him the minute he heard the whistle and showed some sportsmanship by helping up his fallen opponent, Ben Platt. Jackson Olsen for Halldale. Olsen.
Change fields,
Brown.
fields.
You got Eldridge over there.
Change.
Quite enough. Murch. Nope, saw that. It was MacArthur.
Back in the middle.
That middle is clogged. Bilodeau playing that long. Will it stay in play? Ends up into touch for a Halldale throw. Subs coming in. Thomas Murch back in.
MacArthur.
Lador will come out. And Colby Keene. '70th minute. The odds of this being a 1-0 finish are starting to be higher and higher. I'd say pretty high right now. That's if anyone can get it going. Regulation time or even overtime. Now the Ramblers play to the edge of the area. Lorette has to deal with that. And does.
I think Halldale's still adjusting to the transformation of Winthrop playing predominantly defense in the first half and coming out and playing much more offense in the second half.
Lorette called for a push, a free kick for Gabe Corey and the Ramblers. Yeah, a yellow card assessed now. Ben Platt, next move you could hear up here, so that's going to get him a yellow card.
I missed it. I was watching the kick.
I think he was yelling at his teammates, but too loud, too vocal, and now in the referee's book. Here's Reed Parlin in. Delivering into the area is not a bad one, but headed away. The assistant referee stops play. Wanted a second ball on the field, maybe? And take that free kick again, though, which is a break for Winthrop. They had a really good first one. Corey will take it again, the senior. Another good ball. Edge of the area. Got to get it out of there, especially when it's bouncing high like that. The risk of handball becomes a real issue.
It's like you're reading my mind there.
And Bulldogs down that sideline. That's a Halldale throw. Reed Parlin will take it. Carey. Carey the self pass, played that ahead.
Got Murch all by himself over
Jackson
here.
Olsen. Olsen. Played into the area. Got too many Ramblers again. They're holding that line. Now Winthrop trying to come back up into the play. Lorette pounded ahead. They're looking for Bilodeau up there. Almost linked up with him. Good ball down the wing. Some space over here for the Ramblers. Lorette, though, seems to be everywhere defensively. Carter Eldridge A long ball here.
It's a foot race. Oh, that could be an own goal.
Oh, saved off the line. Great hustle to take that off the line by the Ramblers. As it was played back with the keeper out of position, so close to an opening goal. But the Ramblers played that off the line.
Maybe that'll breathe a little life in the Bulldogs right here.
It's gotten loud here all of a sudden. That was a nice pass, though, to get Carey up in the play. Let's see it again. Here's that long ball, and Carey just using his speed. You watch the defender come up off the line. Yeah, it was clear right over there. And great hustle to play that right back out. Ben Platt back in. Powell will stay in the game. He'll come up front. It's Colin MacArthur who comes off. Jackson Olsen. Bulldogs work that outside to Carey. Back in the middle. Brown. Trying to force it in. He'll try the other side this time. There was an opportunity out there. It was Bretton Lucas who came up to try to get the other end of that delivery. It was too far out of his reach. 6.5 to go. Are we destined for a goal in regulation, or we play on it overtime?
I think we're going to have last-minute heroics. There's my prediction.
Which way?
I thought this was a non-biased TV station.
Well, that's what I was asking. Which way?
Halldale.
Carter Eldridge. Brown ahead, but offside. The flag is up to Carey.
Ooh.
Linesman right there to see the angle. Carey doesn't think so, but the flag went up immediately. That's the approach, as you mentioned, Mark. Halldale should take that approach outside. That's been given their best opportunities. Whether it's the Mert shot from the tight angle, and they did play that long ball through the middle and had some success. I almost got the own goal on that, but they've had more outside. Now the Ramblers back. Turned over to Eldridge, however. Possession back now to Winthrop. Wagner. Well, that's a good ball. But out comes the keeper. Ben Nathan alert on his line as well. Nathan with good distance on his deliveries. Olsen. Oh, nice sliding defensive play.
It really was. Save that.
Finn Barrett. Free kick to Halldale.
Well, I think everybody's sliding right now. Intentionally or not.
A yellow card given this time too. The referee has had to throw those cards out. Gabe Corey probably ought to walk away, and he is. He's the second Rambler in the book now. Corey and Cognata have been booked. Ben Platt for Halldale. Cognata's back in.
Lots of movement here.
Olsen and Lorette, both near the ball. Olsen will take the free kick, though.
Bedore came in. Came close to a goal earlier. Looking to spark a little magic.
.442 on the clock. Bedore's dancing in the area right now. 4 Bulldogs inside the 18. Long kick is over the bar.
There wasn't even that much effort into that kick. It just skied.
Casually just drilled that from almost 50 yards. Gabe Corey back in. This game is gotten emotional. It's gotten spirited. It was tense to start off. And now both sets of fans of both teams fired up as you'd expect in a scoreless playoff game heading down to the wire. Halldale off a short goal kick this time. Now a chance perhaps. August. Oh, great defensive play. Brave keeping by the Winthrop junior. I almost said senior, but he's got one more year left, August does. Toward Murch. Headed out of there as it pinballs around. Bounced up high. Nick Brown. Olsen.
Too big.
Yeah, played into space, but way too far. And Max Chang can watch that roll over the goal line for a Winthrop kick. Teddy Wagner back in. Wagner's had the best scoring chance for the Ramblers. He returns off Coach John Baer's bench. 3:11. What remains here in the second half? Regulation time in Farmingdale. We might get more soccer than we potentially thought we'd get. Ben Platt walking the tightrope over there, kept it in for now.
I'd swing it. Swing it.
Keegan Carey. Carey. Fell to the edge of the area. Play on, says the referee.
On that one. It's intriguing.
Played out into touch. The Bulldogs get the throw. I think the referee thought Keegan might have slipped before the contact was made, and that's what drove him down first. Played to Murch. A little trouble with that. He's under pressure now. Aggressive defending here by Keenan Libby. Brown. Ramblers do not give the Bulldogs a chance to settle it all with the ball. Wagner. Bounce that off Platt. Platt plays down the touchline. Medora was there. Back out wide again. Minute and a half to go. May as well be sudden death overtime right now. Eldridge. Ramblers pop it high in the air. Hoofed away. An authoritative kick from Finn Barrett. Carey trying to turn past defenders. Carey, long shot. No problem at all for August. So we're about to go under 1 minute.
August has been a Hoover. He's just been taking everything in tonight.
Nice long kick as well. It's headed outside by Waller. He's got it again. Lorette, excuse me. Used to be easier when they weren't all blonde. Here's Lorette with it now. Eldridge. That will finally go out into touch for a Winthrop throw. 35 seconds remaining. Birch stole that. Olsen has it here. Olsen. We've seen him set it up from there before. Murch. He'd fancy a shot if he can get some space. He's won a throw for Halldale, but 13 seconds to go. They have to hurry. Murch trying for the volley. Murch in the edge of the area. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. We're going to overtime. The Ramblers have held the Bulldogs scoreless for 80 minutes, and they attacked a little more in the second half and almost got out in front. Bulldogs had a chance as well. A ball cleared off the line. We are heading to overtime. And I wonder what's going through the heads of the coaches right now, starting with Halldale.
Right now, I'd have to clear my head because I'd be replaying that last minute, and we didn't play with any urgency. You know, you've got a minute left. You get the ball down here. Why aren't we playing with a little urgency?
In Winthrop's case, I'd say just keep doing what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Why don't we step aside for a break? We'll come back for overtime here in Farmingdale.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learned so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Caps's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Caps's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsuspizza.com.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home.
here in Farmingdale. Next goal wins. 2 20-minute overtimes if no one scores. No one scores, we'll go to penalty kicks after that. But with 20 minutes on the clock, they're the Halldale boys. They have been squelched at every opportunity. No way through to this Ramblers defense tonight. A couple opportunities in the second half, and for Winthrop, who really kind of went into a defensive shell in the first half and started to open up and take their offensive chances in the second, they came close to scoring as well.
They had some really nice opportunities. It was a tale of two halves. First half was a defensive shell. Second half, they just came out roaring, and I think the Halldale boys as I mentioned, had a hard time adjusting to what was happening. I think one has to assume that Winthrop is going to come out and go on the offensive here, since golden goal, one and done.
That's it. And what's worked for them, of course, is to be responsible at the back and take their chances coming forward when they have the ability to do so. I expect more of that in this overtime session as well.
I know one thing, as a coach, I would not want to go into penalty kicks. Anything can happen, and with looking at both of the goal mouths, gosh, I would not want to be a keeper in that situation.
And 2 big keepers there as well, too. And both would be highly trusted in a penalty kick situation, but you're right, you don't want it to get to that no matter what sideline you're on right now, whether you're down in front of us and Coach John Bear or Jesse Rowe at the other end for Halldale. Winthrop in possession to start things off.
I stand corrected, they're 2 15s.
Oh, they're 15s.
They must have, I think at one time they were 20s.
So 15 minutes on the overtime. We'll correct that in just a second. Maybe moot anyway, we'll see. Isaac Burrow. Burrow outside, here's Murch back. Bulldogs take possession. Oh, good 50-50 win that time by Ben Chang. Nice stop by Eldridge, and he'll just pound that away and send the Ramblers back. Halldale attacking here, too. And they'll get possession on this if it rolls out into touch.
Halldale slow to get up on the offense.
An illegal throw gives it right back to Winthrop. Tried to hurry that, and haste makes waste.
As a coach in a situation like that, oh no, it was a foul on the field.
Yeah. So the linesman made that call, but he wasn't calling an illegal throw. He was calling a foul that he saw.
Bouncing ball, maybe a handball.
Winthrop, right at midfield.
Uh-oh.
Play that outside, Matt Waller. Halldale throw this time. Gabe Corey got a little slippage over there, just kind of bounced it off himself out into touch. And he's trapped the Bulldogs over there for now as they try to get away, and they boot it to the middle. Attempt to switch the field if Carey can get to that. He didn't, but it was played to Murch anyway. Murch with 4 Ramblers there. Won't get through them. Eldridge. Ben Platt for the Bulldogs. Carey. Medor. Nice fake. Medor stepped over that. The Ramblers wise to it, and they clear it away. Ben Nathan out to the edge of the area to take that before Teddy Wagner can get there. Touched heavily back to the Ramblers again. Eldridge trying to stop Gabe Corey. Brown does. Eldridge has to hurry for that as Corey was there. It's a Halldale throw, I believe. And it is. Keegan Carey might have
click outside. There you go.
Right move there was to find Murch. Here he comes into the area. Murch cuts toward goal. Murch in! Oh, the save made! And the rebound.
Corner.
Pushed out for a corner. Great save by Jackson August. And we play on.
Great move by Murch, cutting through.
Brown on the corner for Halldale. This is their 7th corner.
Going to be seeing that one in his sleep. Far
Yes,
post, far post.
There's the corner. Headed. And caught. It was wide anyway, but August wanted to make sure he could settle it and get his team back in shape, and he did. Best chance for Halldale, probably tonight. Murch has created both good scoring chances for the Bulldogs. That play and a shot from distance that August had to tip over the bar. Here's Murch again. Murch. Back to Murch again. They're using that right side.
Cool.
This would be a throw-in for Halldale if that didn't touch Murch, and it did not. Here's Murch entering the area again. We'll see that replay. And yeah, he tried to slip it inside. That near post. Brown didn't touch that. Played to Eldridge. He has a little time, but Eldridge again. Into the area. Brown. Platt. Two Ramblers there. Platt has to push that back to Brown again. Here's Lorette. Lorette might want a chance. It was blocked.
Telegraphed it.
By Gabe Corey. He did telegraph it. And a throw for Winthrop. Bulldogs have to get back. Now, they don't have to get back that quickly as Cognata's coming in, so that's going to slow things down for a bit. So now Cognata and Wagner both on the field. Wagner's moving back to the midfield, but they'll both attack. Isaac Burrow comes out. Wagner, dispossessed by Carey. Played back to him. Carey with it. Brown. Played through. Can Murch get there? He does, but so does the keeper. Another save by August. And that's played away for a Winthrop throw. Jackson Olsen over. Halldale with a couple of chances, but it's been the keeper, Jackson August, who's kept this game going.
He has come up huge for them.
Corey lost it to Eldridge. He couldn't save it, though. Let's see some magic from Jackson August again. That's a great through ball to Murch. Timed perfectly. Flag stayed down. Murch was there. And yeah, just got closed down too much. There was nowhere he could put the ball. Great goalkeeping by August. Cognata. Alfie Cognata couldn't get his way through the Halldale defenders. Again, trying to play long to Murch. Cut out that time. Eldridge. Carey. Going that direction again. Murch out wide. Murch defended out there by Ben Cheng. That's a goal kick. Murch didn't think so, but August will play that off the 6-yard box.
I thought he played it off the defender. But then again, I'm not on the line.
Yeah, a little further away than the official on this one from our vantage point, just to the opposite side of midfield, actually. Not too far from midfield. Winthrop throw. Played ahead into space again. Lorette outside. Outpacing Cognata. Lorette gets right back up on it and played it ahead. Great hustle by Lorette. Now played ahead again. Then Platt this time.
Got to figure the fatigue factor setting in at some point.
Keegan Carey. Got by a defender. Carey. Dropped that back. Olsen had it for a moment. Eldridge. Played across. May have a chance here. Oh, nice defensive play again. The Ramblers keep stepping up defensively. There's a shot, and it's wide. I think that was Max Cheng who made that block, 15, right there in the middle of the defense. As Connor Hayshie comes in for Winthrop, and Halldale will follow suit with Reed Parlin. Halfway through overtime, 6:49 remaining. Evan Bilodeau off, and so is Nick Brown for Winthrop and Halldale, respectively.
setting the offense a little bit differently, putting Eldridge up on in the midfield.
Well, if one coach is more nervous about kicks, it would be Jesse Rowe, the Halldale bench. Given they've won both games in regulation time and on the season. Did score 10 goals against Winthrop. 7. 9 nights ago. But nothing tonight.
Oh.
Not yet, anyway. Bulldogs pressing here, headed down in the area.
Don't let them settle.
And they turn and clear. Brought down by Caleb Lorette. Out wide to Breton Lucas. Lucas kept that in play. Knocked away from Lucas by Crew Presti. And a Halldale throw. Ben Platt will take the throw. Eldridge bouncing off players. Keegan Carey. Nowhere through, he'll work that back. Reed Parlin. Return pass. This is wide. Out for a goal kick. Tried that 1-2, Jackson Olsen. Passing that back to Eldridge. Here's Bilodeau back in after a short break. Noticeably cooler than it was when this game started here at Farmingdale.
I just noticed that myself. It's like, kind of content. I'm in a heavier jacket than you right now.
I'll put mine on if the 4:37 winds off the clock without a goal. I mean, dressing a little warmer for the second overtime.
The way we're going, it's kind of looking that way.
It's looking like kicks the way we're going. No words I think any player wants to hear, especially the keepers. Lorette looks upfield. Bounces into the area for a shot, and it's wide. Just caught between defenders. Davis Mador was able to put that shot near the goal, but a little wide on the right side. Lorette just tried to pick out Mador. It bounced through to him. Always tough to settle that ball and find the targets. Colby Keene about to return for Halldale when he gets the chance. August being told by the referee to get the ball in play, and he does. Kicked high by Parlin. Oh no, there's a chance now. Look out, Cognata barreling down the sidelines. Just too much speed there by Lorette, but he concedes the throw.
Winthrop pulling up a lot.
They want this goal. Will Grant's taking the throw for the Ramblers. Get that long run up. Try to deliver into the area. Grant's ready. Here he comes. Good long ball bouncing high. Again, those high bounces inside the penalty area. Those make me nervous.
Quick transition.
Halldale trying to counter quickly. Murch gets there.
That's in!
Oh, saved off the line!
Holy moly!
What a play by Cheng.
Holy
Max Cheng,
moly!
A miracle save. Let's see it again. Murch thought he scored. We thought he might have scored.
I thought he scored.
Look at Cheng, top of your screen right now. We'll come back in. There's the shot. Bouncing toward the line. Cheng in now. Just got there.
Wow.
Any later, and we walk off the field. Bulldogs shoot. That's knocked down in front. The defensive plays that these Ramblers have made tonight, some have been mesmerizing, but no more so than Ben Cheng, or Max Cheng, excuse me, the senior. Not his freshman brother, the senior. Made that play.
I didn't know that Ramblin' bus was a cat. How many lives do these guys have? Wow.
Throw in on the far side of the field. Halldale pressuring. They put the pressure on here. It was now the opportunity. That shot, high and wide. Jackson Olsen hangs his head a little bit there as he wanted to put that closer to the goal, but lost his footing a bit when he made that shot, and that's why it sailed on him.
A little adrenaline going through, too, right now.
No question. Great energy and atmosphere here at Halldale. There aren't many people sitting. Students are certainly up. On the far side especially, a standing crowd sitting a little closer to us. Long ball by the Ramblers, no one there in whites. 45 seconds left. Played outside. Parlin's there. Almost gave that away. He's back on it now for, say, a Halldale throw, but it's not because Gabe Corey kept that in. A handball called against the Bulldogs. Winthrop with 26 seconds to go. They have to hurry.
Just realized he wasn't playing with the mouthpiece.
Yeah, to get that in.
Uh-oh.
There's a long shot, floating. Nathan. A can of corn for the senior keeper. That ball hung up there a while, and I'm sure the longer it hung, more people were nervous about it, but Nathan, cool, calm, and collected, made the stop, and that'll do it for the first half of overtime. 15 minutes, not enough. So we'll take another short break and come back for 15 more minutes of overtime or less. We'll find out next on Munzing Media.
That was such an amazing save.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
We are Bulldog Strong. We are a local organization committed to kids, committed to our community, dedicated to teaching the next generation how to give of their time and talents to make a difference, and supporting those affected by cancer. Bulldog Strong Basketball was established in 2013 when my own mother was diagnosed with breast cancer, and I saw firsthand her struggles, doubts, fears, and her amazing fight to live. Cancer does not discriminate, and so many of us have been directly affected by the disease. Our basketball family has grown over the past 8 years, and we continue in our mission to provide opportunities like our summer camp, All-Star Showcase, and our 3-day invitational to raise money for those in need. Through competition on the court, we learned so much about how sports can shape our lives in a positive way. We are passionate in what we do. We are proud of our Bulldog Strong family. We are incredibly thankful for the support we have received. Kids, community, and caring for one another is who we are. Remember, no one fights alone.
Second overtime about to begin here in Farmingdale, and the reason why we're going to a second overtime is a tremendous play by the senior defender Max Cheng for Winthrop, keeping this game going as Thomas Murch broke in on goal. He beat the keeper, but Cheng there with a right foot back to the pitch and made that play, just stepping into the ball and clearing it. Bulldogs have come close. None closer than that. I know we have to pick a Halldale player as our Caps's Pizza player at the game at the end of this contest, but boy, Max Chang would have earned one right there, no doubt.
I think it'd be an arm wrestling match between Chang and the keeper.
Yeah, Jackson August has been excellent in this game too. Now, who will be the hero here? 15 minutes on the clock. We'll switch ends. I'm going to take my headset off for a minute and put my binoculars back on. I'll need those certainly here in this second overtime frame.
Jason, in the paper it looks close. I don't know if it was close on the field, but number 1 Lewiston escaped Mount Blue 1-0. Number 18.
The boys side of the girls. Boys. Mount Blue is a scrappy team. I know Mount Abram played that, and another one of those wins for Mount Abram. The Mountain beat them in the regular season. I think it was 1-0 or 2-0. I forget what the scoreline of that was.
Yeah, it was close. And you're upset. Number 7 Falmouth beats number 2 Gorham 3-2.
Yep.
Can never count out Halligan anyways.
No, that's exactly it. I'll say when it's Falmouth, is that really a big upset? All right, back underway here. 15 minutes. Clock is rolling. Ben Platt for Halldale. Keegan Carey. Defended immediately. He's forced right back. Jackson Olsen. Great challenge there by Corey. He got the ball. Then comes over to check on Olsen. Play continues with Carey with it. Carey. The play that through was just behind Reed Parlin. Catches Parlin in stride there. It's probably an opportunity for Halldale. Waller outside. They'll try the right side this time. Eldridge. Playing long. Nobody there for Halldale, but a miscue almost.
Brown
sets the Bulldogs through. Cheng made the mistake, but cleaned up his own mess. Now Murch. 2 players tumble down. That's kicked out into touch for a Halldale throw.
Give everybody congregated on that side. You get a quick run over on this side. It's going to be open.
Yeah, Reed Parlin's there. They marked him up now. Evan Bilodeau's right there with him, but he was open for a while. That's out for a goal kick. We have a goal in 13:30. That's the question. We have penalty kicks here in the quarterfinal. High drama in Farmingdale tonight. Murch again, who's been a terror offensively in this overtime. Out there wide again. He might have just won a corner. He has.
He's been a workhorse over in that flat. I think he listened. Take it down the wing.
9 corners for Halldale now. They have not conceded one, but this is their 9th. Brown takes. Back heel toward the goal in August. Right there to stop it. Good high ball. Lorette boots that ahead.
It's a nice job taking that out of the air by Lorette. Looks easy, but it's not.
Olsen played outside. Eldridge. A through ball, won't get there. Cheng again. They wanted Parlin. And they'll try it again. There's a shot down low and another good save by August. Olsen with the attempt that time. Or was it Brown? It was Olsen who took it.
Yep.
Headed out wide. Ben Platt's there. Taking no chances. That's Brown here. Got out jumped a bit. 50-50 ball controlled by Halldale. Olsen. Can Platt get there first? He will, just barely. And Halldale gets the throw. Goes off Evan Bilodeau. Carry to Platt. Platt held the line barely. Nope, flags up. It's a throw-in. Will Grant takes the throw for Winthrop. That's handled, and a free kick for Halldale. Platt plays it quickly. Right to the middle of that defense, though, and it did get through.
Colby Keene giving a good run on it.
And it's a Halldale corner again as Ben Cheng cleared that away. 10 corners
Why are they rushing?
Toward the goal. The Bulldogs get a shot. They do. On the line, bouncing
Billiards.
around. There's a shot.
In the bum.
Another attempt. And the Ramblers escape once again. A huge crowd inside the penalty area. A foul called this time against Winthrop. Free kick. Halldale takes it quickly. Carey. Get into the area trying to find Olsen. Ramblers scramble that away. Now Winthrop on the run. That's out. Cognata had it, but Halldale back in possession after the throw, or with the throw.
We need a fluorescent line over there.
We do. Another Halldale throw. We've played 100 minutes without a goal. Will we have one of the next 9:20? Oh, great tackle.
That was.
Platt stopped them in their tracks. It was Teddy Wagner who made the tackle initially.
Had the overlap by Keegan Carey, looking for the ball. They went inside.
Keene. Touched ahead, Jackson Olsen. Olsen to the 18. Bounces into the area and dealt with by the Ramblers. It's a throw this time for Halldale over the touch line, not the goal line. Quick throw to Keegan Carey. Carey outside. Carey's delivery into the area. Hit Olsen. Olsen kept that in play. Nope, flags up. Just went over for a goal kick. So if we do go to penalty kicks, for those who haven't watched much high school soccer, it's different than what you'd watch in the World Cup. It's rounds of 5. So what happens basically is, if in the first round of 5, a shooter doesn't, or a team, both teams with the same number of goals, they do 5 more. It's not golden goal after that or a sudden death situation. A goal kick for Halldale. So if both teams hit 4 out of 5, they'll start over again and another round of 5 takes place. And that threw me the first time I watched that.
After that is sudden death.
Right.
After your 10.
Yeah, 2 rounds and after that.
And the second round has to be different players than the first round.
Right. It threw me that first time because I think it was Halldale Waynfleet. I saw that take place in a guys game, and I think those are the 2 teams, and it was 4-4 after the first round of kicks, and then Halldale missed one, and Waynfleet hit it. I thought the game was over. Halldale ended up winning that game.
It did. Is that Thomas College?
Thomas College. Will Grant. Halfway through the second overtime, Grant will get to do it again. Grant the long throw, edge of the area. Played back out to the sideline. Another Winthrop throw. Classic 3-6 matchup here tonight. Chances few and far between. Keepers have been there when those chances have existed. This will be a goal kick for Halldale. Jackson August has been the busier of the 2 keepers. And boy, was he good in overtime. And really in the second half when Halldale did start to put a little more pressure on him. And Ben Nathan tested a few times too.
Well, they both stepped up to the task tonight. Keepers have just been wonderful.
Ben Platt. Carey. Nice delivery. Colby Keene. Played ahead. Won't get there to Davis Medor. Carey out wide. Keene can't save it. Winthrop plays it quickly. Connor Hayshie was too far for him. Carey with a little space now. Carey. Olsen. Olsen the shot. Just wide. August had to scramble for that.
That was a nice quick shot by Olsen.
Good one to take. Not many bad shots here in overtime.
Go, Teddy! We love you, Teddy!
August setting the ball where he wants it. It's about to go under 5 minutes. Platt knocked that high. Olsen headed it back. Presti worked it wide. Reed Parlin for Halldale. Can't keep it in play. Throw in. But a sub coming in. Teddy Wagner re-entering, so Winthrop will get to do that again.
What year is August?
He's a junior. Wagner. Heishi. Lorette ends up on the end of this. Heishi steals it right back. Tried to play Wagner through. He was the only one up there as a target. Too many Halldale players. Olsen.
What's interesting is, I mean, Murch has been their bread and butter. He hasn't seen the ball in this overtime.
Not much.
Not much.
Early on he did, but in the last 5 or 6 minutes he hasn't. Bouncing ball for Presti. Now Wagner. Let's boot that down the field at empty space.
I think they're happy to go into PKs.
It does feel that way. And 2 players out there weathering the Halldale storm. More so in the first overtime than here in the second. The storm has diminished a little bit as far as the Halldale offensive threat.
I think that just the whole dynamics right now is kind of stalled. Slow.
It's the eye of the hurricane, I suppose. Now maybe a chance for Winthrop here. Nope, the flag is up. And the ball was out into touch for a throw. Well, we'll take a little break in between overtime and kicks if no one scores in the next 3:15. I don't think I've ever called a penalty shootout in high school soccer, or college soccer for that matter. Any game of broadcast. Platt. Waller.
Trying to force things.
Subs coming in now. Evan Bilodeau back for Winthrop. And 16, Reed Parlin back in. Ben Platt with a throw-in for Halldale, 2:33 to go. It was won by Medor. Carey. Played away from him. A rolling ball. Ben Platt now. Platt for Halldale. Defended by Wagner. Touch into the middle by Breton Lucas. Cleared away again by Winthrop. Caleb Lorette for the Bulldogs. Under 2 to go. Lorette going long toward Medor. Won't get past Chang, but maybe a chance now. Keegan
Carey. Find a hero.
Carey turns. Play to the edge of the area. Into the area, but not very deeply. Murch worked that ahead. Into the area again, but it ends up in the waiting arms of Jackson August. 90 seconds until a penalty shootout. Now Waller shielding the ball. Lorette now ahead. Lorette's looking long. Out comes August. A couple of hops, and he's got it. Under a minute to go. Will there be another opportunity for either team? Halldale pushing here a bit. Carey drawing a crowd. Carey's got room to the left side. Played it to Olsen again. Olsen had his pocket picked, but he recovered. Eldridge took that. August, another save. 30 seconds to go.
I think we're looking at PKs there, Mr. Kennedy.
It's going to be kicks. Carew Presti just gets rid of it. 15 seconds for Halldale to mount one more attack. Platts into the middle, no one there in black. Pushed ahead. Cleared, 7 seconds to go. Olsen would have shot that if he could have settled it, but he couldn't. And that's going to be it. We'll decide this from 12 yards out. A penalty shootout is coming up next to decide a great battle here in Farmingdale tonight. Halldale and Winthrop scoreless after overtime. 110 minutes played, no goals. We'll have some of the penalty shootout coming up for you next on Munsing Media.
Have you heard about free college?
It's free.
It's free.
It's free. Recent high school graduates from the classes of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 can attend CMCC for free. The free college scholarship pays 2 years of tuition and mandatory fees. No income or age limits. What are you waiting for? It's free.
Leaving CM with no debt is going to set me up for my future.
Visit cmcc.edu/free for details.
Forensics has grown so much and it's very beneficial to the criminal justice system. I was always one of those kids that watched Forensic Files. That was something I loved. Just a science person all around, I always have been. The instructors are some of the top forensic experts in Maine. They really know what they're talking about. They've been there, done that. CMCC is very lucky to have people like this. I'm an intro to criminal justice and criminal law and report writing. It's a lot of the baseline of things I have to be knowledgeable about. I want to do crime scene photography. The forensic science program is preparing me to start thinking like what's important here, what do I need to look for like right off the bat. You never know what you're going to find.
Fans are getting into it here. The people who are in attendance, the folks watching, wherever you are on Munsing Media, treated to a tense battle here tonight. Decided in the quarterfinals in penalty kicks. Halldale and Winthrop. No goals throughout regulation and 30 minutes of overtime. 110 minutes in all. And now we'll settle it with kicks. I think we're using the goal down to our right. That's where we're looking at. They'll be putting down the other end of the field now. So yeah, they are going to go down to the left. The shooters will come out.
You got 4 out of your 5 shooters for Halldale out there.
The question is who's going to shoot first. They'll have to flip a coin for that, won't they?
Yes, they do flip a coin. What do you got out there? You got Lorette, Eldridge,
Carey, Olsen,
Murch.
And no, it's not Murch.
Who's 8?
That's going to be Lucas.
Lucas.
And there's several players out for Winthrop. Need 5 to come out. Wagner's coming out. Carew Presti. Isaac Bro. Gabe Corey. And Finn Barrett, I think.
Looks like Winthrop shooting first.
And Ben Nathan's in net, so yeah, it looks like they are. And it's going to be Gabe Corey. Oh, it was going to be. He'll back up to the center stripe now.
So for those that don't know, a keeper can move side to side. They cannot come out off the line until after the ball is touched.
Once the ball is kicked, they can. That's when they can first move off that line. They can jump, they can go side to side, they can wave their arms. They just can't move forward. They'll set the ball on that 12-yard spot, the penalty spot, 12 yards away from the goal. Ben Nathan being spoken to and given the instructions by Richie McGovern, one of our 3 officials tonight. And a coin flip coming now, Jackson Olsen and Gabe Corey. Corey will get the chance to call this. What do you do if you win the toss, Coach?
I usually I usually shoot first, put the pressure on them.
That's what I usually see happen. Let's see what the decision is here. And it's flipped. Winthrop's won the toss. And Winthrop will shoot first. And it will be, indeed, Gabe Corey, who just won the coin toss, to challenge Ben Nathan. One shot, no rebounds, just one attempt. If the first round of penalty kicks is even, they'll play a second round. If that's even as well, then it becomes sudden death with each team getting a chance to shoot once.
Good thing about Nathan in net, he takes up a lot of the net.
He does. So Corey a chance to put Winthrop out in front in the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
You have to get everyone out from behind the goal. A referee at the spot and a referee on the goal line. Corey a senior.
Have to wait for the whistle. If you kick it before the whistle, it don't count.
As the whistle. And scores. Winthrop on top, 1-0. Jackson Olsen for Halldale. Jackson against Jackson. August, the keeper, has had a great game tonight. And Jackson Olsen will try to level this from the spot here after Corey has scored already. Olsen right-footed, wants the long run up. Scores. No stopping that one into the top corner. And it's 1-1.
I did like his move because I couldn't quite figure. I
had no idea where
he was going.
Nope. I tried to read that. It's a little harder from the side than staring at the shooter, but yeah, no clue where he was going with that. Teddy Wagner up. Another senior for the Ramblers. Wagner, the right-footed shooter. Scores. And it's 2-1 Winthrop. It's Keegan Carey coming up for Halldale. Been two seniors for Winthrop, two juniors now for the Bulldogs. And that's a situation you talked about, Mark. When you win the coin flip, you shoot first. And when you're successful, you really put the pressure on. Carey's a lefty. Trying to level us at 2 here. Scores. Both teams 2 for 2, 4 perfect penalties. Something's got to give.
This is turning to be a game of the ages.
Finn Barrett stepping up. A junior. If you wanted suspense here in Farmingdale tonight, you're certainly getting it. Loudbury quiet here for a second. He scores. 3 for 3 for Winthrop. And the Bulldogs need to answer.
Yep, that was right down the middle.
Brett and Lucas. It's a situation here, if you're a keeper, you just hope you guess correctly. Lucas, the first Halldale senior to shoot. It's high. And Winthrop a chance to go up by 2. The pressure on Ben Nathan. And the pressure on the Ramblers shooter. Crew Presti, a sophomore. What a pivotal moment in this match right now. That's high. So the Bulldogs can equalize here. Who's it going to be? Caleb Lorette. A feisty defender. Looking to make his contribution offensively.
And the strut.
If there's any nerves in Caleb Lorette, he's not showing it as he walks up to the spot. Scores just inside the post, and it's 3-3.
3-3 and the final kicker of this round.
Remember, if it ends even, we'll play another round of 5 with 5 different shooters. Isaac Bro.
It's a lot of pressure being the 5th shooter, too.
Tons. Halldale's 5th shooter is Ben Platt.
Lefty, right here.
That's a lefty. Bro. Saved! Nathan with a save.
You're not done yet,
it's
boys.
Not over.
You
It's
got
not
one
over.
more.
Ben Platt has to score.
Now there's pressure.
If Ben Platt scores for Halldale, then they can rush the field.
Ben Nathan coming up huge on that one.
He stood his ground and made the save on Bro's shot, and now the junior, Ben Platt, trying to do the same thing his defensive partner, Caleb Barrett, did a moment ago, and that's to score. And if he does, the Bulldogs will advance and win this hard-fought game. If not, we have 5 more kicks for each team. Platt, a straight run up, but he's a right-footed kicker.
He did a little smidgen to the left here. Our left.
Off the bar. We'll do 5 more. The first round ends 3-3.
Wow.
So 5 new shooters have to be picked.
You talk about an emotional ride for this Halldale team.
Winthrop had a 3-2 lead. The Bulldogs equalized on the free kick from Lorette. And the Ramblers missed their last 2. That gave Platt the opportunity, but the crossbar denied him.
So be curious in this second 5.
Here's the Ben Platt shot again. See how close this was, because it was close. Ooh, an inch lower. They can walk off the field. So new shooters out there for Winthrop. Nick Wagner, Max Chang, Will Grants. Keenan Libby is out there. We missed one of them, and I think Evan Bilodeau as well. Those are your 5.
This is where you feel bad for the keepers, you know, going through one round, now they're going through another round.
That's right. Bulldogs have not sent their shooters out yet. And they flip another corner as Winthrop just start again. We'll see what they do out there. I think they flip a coin one more time for the second round. Bulldogs coaching staff still discussing what shooters to send out there. As we head toward 9 o'clock tonight. And the 6 o'clock start.
I thought I was going to be home early tonight.
I didn't expect 9 o'clock. I didn't expect a game that was goalless.
It's one of the few days I actually ate lunch, and I'm happy I did today.
Right. So who's going out for the 5 is the question. Trevor Kaylock, Colin MacArthur, Colby Keene, Carter Eldridge, and Reed Parlin. Those are your 5. I think of those 5, the oldest would be a sophomore, correct?
Yeah.
So all young players. And Trevor Kaylock didn't get on the pitch during the game, but he's going to be stepped to call into an important spot now. And someone you can trust at the spot, you bring him out there, regardless of the situation, if they were in the match all that much. So what is Winthrop set to shoot first? The referee writing down the order in which they will shoot. He's already got Winthrop's lineup. And now we're set for the first Rambler shooter. They don't flip another coin, they just keep going in the same order. Will Grant will take the shot.
Precisely, one of the teammates. Don't smoke it.
The accuracy is what counts here. Scores. He sent Nathan the wrong way. And it's 1-0 Ramblers. They capitalize on their first shot again. Carter Eldridge for Halldale. Difficult situation for any player to walk up to that 12-yard dot and take the kick, but more so, I think, for a freshman. Maybe sometimes you're just so young you don't know any better. Saved! Parried away by August. And the Ramblers have the lead here in the second round. 1-0 after one shooter. Nick Wagner stepping up for Winthrop. Ben Nathan made a save when he needed to in the first round. He stopped Crew Presti's shot. He'll need to stop Wagner here. Wagner, another freshman. It's wide. He missed it a little wide to the left side.
He looked a little tentative going up there.
Well, again, we mentioned how difficult it is for any player, including especially freshmen. Pressure's just got to be extreme.
Here you got another one.
We do. Colby Keene. He can level things for Halldale if he can score from the spot. Off the bar. So Winthrop a chance now to go up 2. Who's it going to be for the boys in white? It's Keenan Libby. Three straight misses for Halldale. Bulldogs senior keeper looking to bail them out again. It's a sophomore, Keenan Libby.
Not the lefty? Nope, righty.
Scores! Nathan guessed correctly, but the shot was too good. And now Halldale has a steep uphill climb, and they need this goal. It's up to Colin MacArthur. If August makes this save, the next Winthrop shot could win it. They're already 2 to the good anyway. Scores. Halldale needed that from their freshman Colin MacArthur. It's 2-1 now. Evan Bilodeau can step up and do considerable damage to Halldale here if he can score in this attempt. Scores! Plenty of power on that free kick. And now a save will win it for the Ramblers. Reed Parlin must score here to keep Halldale alive.
The weight of the world on a freshman.
Under the bright lights, a long walk up, a big crowd, and what's going through the freshman's mind right now? He's got to score.
Is this the equivalent to Game 7, 9th inning, bases loaded, you come in as a reliever?
Seems that way. A situation for Parlin's more like bases loaded, nobody out. He has to convert.
Dramatic pause.
He scores. And now a chance to win it for the Ramblers. This shot could send Winthrop through to the second round. And a trip down to Kittery.
Who do we have?
Max Chang. He made the stop defensively to keep Halldale at bay in overtime. He cleared a ball off the line that would have won it for the Bulldogs. And now he can win it for Winthrop with this shot. Trevor Kaylock waits for his chance. He'd love to have an opportunity to tie things. There'll be a huge celebration. The guys in white, if Cheng can score here. He scores! A perfect, accurate shot, and look at the Ramblers. They avenged 2 losses to Halldale on the season to win on penalties. 4-2 in the second round.
Well, they executed their game plan.
You know, we got to credit Coach John Bear here, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, he and his staff, they came in, they had a game plan, they executed it perfectly. That being said, Halldale had some bad breaks. They had opportunities to put the ball away, and just between Winthrop's defense and the ground, not able to.
Let's see 2 plays by Max Cheng here tonight. The first one saves the Ramblers defensively. Bulldogs thought they had scored a goal, and Max Cheng cleared it off the line to keep the game scoreless. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. A devastation for the boys you're watching right now. So the chance was there. Under high pressure and win the game. Just a perfect shot. Nathan got a touch on it with the fingertips, but not enough to keep it out. And the celebration is on. And it's a short bus ride back to Winthrop, but they'll enjoy every second of it. It's a 6-3 game, but I consider this a major upset, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, just with the 2 wins earlier, especially the thrashing in the second.
It was just 9 days ago that Halldale beat Winthrop 7-1, but couldn't get those goals here tonight. So we'll step aside and take a break. We'll come back and wrap things up in Farmingdale after this on Munzing Media.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
Back here in Farmingdale, the Winthrop Ramblers advanced tonight 4-2 on penalty kicks in the second round. After the first round ended 3-3 even, they will move on to play Trape Academy on Saturday. 2 coaches awards tonight for the Halldale Bulldogs for our players of the game. We'll let Coach Rowe decide that. That'll be our Northeast Nutrition and Energy High Energy Player of the Game, brought to you by Northeast Nutrition and Energy. We thank them for their sponsorship. 1 free energy drink to a Halldale player that Coach Rowe decides upon. He's got a few to pick from tonight. A lot of players did have very good games despite the scoreless contest tonight in regulation and the defeats. And, of course, the Caps's Pizza Player of the Game. We award that to a Halldale player who would be the player of the game from the Halldale Bulldogs. Coach Rowe will award that as well. 1 free 10-inch, 1-topping pizza awarded to a Halldale player. We thank Caps's Pizza for their support all season long for the Halldale Bulldogs boys and girls team. And this does wrap up our broadcast season for Halldale sports here in the fall. We'll be back in the wintertime for basketball and some hockey with the Halldale boys playing with Coney. Halldale girls will play on Saturday against NYA. Halldale field hockey will play, is that Friday or Saturday?
Saturday.
That's Saturday against Winthrop. And those two teams will move on. But again, since they're both on the road, as the Gardner Tigers teams are as well, we're done for the season on Munzing Media till the winter sports season for high school sports. Plenty of Central Maine Community College sports to come up, but high school sports, we'll see you in December for those. I want to thank our entire crew tonight. Chris Wheeler on the camera. Rob Munzing to our production and replay, and Mark Tinkham, thanks for kind of deciding to stay a little late tonight and watch this game with me.
Didn't think it was going to be this late, but it was a fun game to watch.
It was. Final score tonight, Winthrop wins in penalty kicks, 4-2 in the second round. They advance to the semifinals in Class C South, getting their first semifinal berth in quite some time. This young team advances. Congratulations to the Ramblers. They move on this year 5-10. The Bulldogs end at 11-4. Thanks for watching, everybody, tonight from wherever you are. My name is Rob Kennedy saying so long. Congratulations to Winthrop once again from Munzing Media.